everyone and welcome back to another video. My name is Venya and today I am gonna share my experience with you on a zero waste month that I just completed. And I've also got this and I'm gonna talk about this. So my opinion is that this is a great visualization of the trash that you're producing because it's see-through and you can actually turn it around and you can see everything basically. It sits somewhere where it's visible, so you are kind of always reminding yourself of the trash that you're producing and the challenge that you're doing. But it also often is in the way. I kept this on my desk and it was in my way all the time. I mean, I've got plants and stuff on my desk, so this was just an additional thing to put there, which was kind of annoying. And also, I think in some regards it sets unrealistic expectations and views on the zero waste movement. Not everyone is able to have a trash jar, and I don't know, my feelings are kind of mixed. But for me, I wanted to try this once, and I'm not going to continue the trash jar, the zero waste of course, but not the trash jar. It's just for the purpose of this video and that it looks quite cool. I put down trash June 5th to 30th. It's now the 3rd of July, so I actually added a couple of days. So it's like a complete month where I did this. I now sorted all my trash that was in the trash jar into 5 different categories. So let's talk about them briefly. So this is the category that I call used up. This is all stuff that I had still lying around in my cupboards, and it's all kinds from spices, ready-made meals, some toothpaste. This is a net from onions, some falafel, some energy bars, some tea packaging. And this is basically all stuff that I don't need to buy again. And now that I don't have it anymore, I am not gonna rebuy it. The second category is gifted things. So things that people gave me, because I'm not going to refuse something that people bought for me or that they are not going to use up if I don't take it. So this is just grated cheese that my parents bought for a birthday and they didn't use it up. So I said, okay, I'm going to take it. And I'm not going to buy this for myself, but if they give it to me, of course, I'm going to use it. Then I have got the third category, and that is what I call unavoidables. So these are all kinds like food and vegetable stickers that are on the food. This is what the food is tied together with. Then I've got leaflets that I just put into my mailbox. You know what really annoys me is that I put a sign on my letterbox which says no leaflets, no adverts, nothing that promotes anything, just my usual letters. And today I got this in the mail, and what I'm particularly annoyed is that it's not even just paper, but it has got this smooth surface which tells me that it is probably not paper, and I have to put it in my trash jar. And so someone just handed out basically trash. And if you have one of these signs which says no adverts and stuff, it is actually illegal to put something like this in the letterbox. So yes. And this is all the tape from packages that I've been sent that I cannot avoid. And this is all the sticker that goes on there. This little package, as cute as it might be, because it's really tiny and compact, and I think it's so cute, but it is my absolute nightmare. Because when I want to recycle it, I have to remove all the plastic that is on the outside. Because if I throw it in the trash like this, it would never get recycled because there's plastic on it. So I manually have to remove all this plastic. And it's really not necessary because the only place where it has to be closed is this part and that would have been it. But the plastic is rubbed all over, and somebody meant really well, and yeah, but it's just not a good thing. So if you're using plastic tape, just put it on the places where it actually needs to be secured, and the rest doesn't need to be secured at all. Of course, I can avoid having things sent to me, but sometimes I just gotta order something if that's important, and this time I couldn't avoid it. And I always tell people to put as little plastic as possible on them, but yeah, there's really no way. And then there is from letters as well, like the little see-through windows, which some of them have, and I cannot really avoid that one either. Then I've got this category, and that is unavoidable, is what I call. First of all, I've got my contact lenses. They come in this plastic packaging because they need to be sterile, and yeah, I need them. Of course, I could stick to only wearing glasses, but that is just so impractical for me. And then I also got tofu here. I do not have any solution for tofu because I cannot find it in a glass or anything, and yeah, there's really nothing I can do at the moment except for not buying it. But yeah, for me, at least at the moment, this is not an option. So these are kind of unavoidable, and yeah, this is for a whole month, so I think it's not too bad. And then I finally got this fifth category, and that is newly bought. And I think this is the category that annoys me the most, because these are sweets that I bought. These are some macadamia nuts, and this is the packaging from a game that I bought. And the really annoying thing with all of these is that I didn't think about it when buying it. I saw it, and then I was like, yes, okay, I need this. And I bought it before even thinking about that it was in packaging. Especially with the macadamia nuts, I just grabbed them and went for it. This one I could have bought secondhand somehow, somewhere, but I was honestly just way too lazy in that moment. In hindsight, that really bothers me, but okay, that was the situation. And for the sweets, yeah, I'm going to talk about sweets in this video as well. So I told you before that I feared that this little no trash challenge in July was going to be also a zero sugar challenge for me. And it kind of proved right, because obviously I am not able, or I do not want to buy the conventional like sweets that you get in the supermarket, because actually like none of them comes without plastic. So I had several options. Either I go to a zero waste shop, which I have to cycle 30 minutes to just to get sweets, and then cycle back an hour. As I'm naturally a lazy person, this was not an option for me. If I hadn't had to go there anyway. But I didn't go there, so I had to think of something else, and I decided to go to my local farmer's market and actually get some fruit. So I brought my own bags, and I got some figs, which are really delicious. Then I've got some medjool dates, which I snack on, and I also use for making my milk. And then I have got these like unsweetened coconut bites, which are, sorry, they're not in focus, but they're actually really delicious. I think all in all, this is not too bad, at least for me, and compared to how much trash I usually produce, this is pretty good. So yeah, I'm happy with it. I also have some trash that wouldn't fit in there. The first one is some laundry detergent. I've honestly had this sitting up on my in the loft for I think 1.5 years, because normally I wash my laundry with chestnuts. And I think I've got a video up there somewhere, so I'm gonna link it. But there was just like a tiny bit left, so I finally used this up, and this is now gone. And I am honestly never going to buy any kind of laundry detergent anymore, because it's just not necessary. But of course, this is trash and hard plastic. I hate it, but what can you do? The next one, one thing my mom bought and I took it with me to use up, is some hummus with dried tomatoes. And yeah, so I would not buy this for myself, but as I said before, if it's a gift, I'm not gonna refuse it, because that's just simply rude. And she bought it anyway, so either her trash or my trash, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, but this one. And then I've got margarine. Whoops! This falls in the category of non-negotiable because I love it. If I ate butter, then I would maybe buy some fresh butter from the market or something. But I'm vegan, I don't eat butter, so margarine is the only option for me if I want something like that for my bread. And I like it, and I use like one of these in 3 months. So yeah, this is one of the things that I'm definitely going to continue buying. And if someone were to invent this in a glass jar or something else, then I would switch. But as long as they don't, I'm going to buy this one. And then the biggest thing of mine is plant-based milk. So I've got 4 cartons of plant-based milk. I use roughly 1 a week, which is not a lot, but it's definitely not little too. And yes, I also make my own version of a plant-based milk. One of the things that I realized that I buy pretty often, and that is not just things that I use up, but that I actually buy again in a plastic packaging, is milk. So I'm now roughly 2 weeks into this little zero waste trash jar month, and I already used up 3 milk cartons. And usually I just throw them into the bin and then they're gone and I cannot see them. But for this month specifically, I wanted to keep all my trash, like the visual trash to see. And now this is lying on my desk and it's really annoying me. And now thinking of that this is going to end up in the ground, lying there, just like it's lying on my desk right now, is really upsetting. And that's just because I am a little bit too lazy to make my own oat milk, because I've done it before, I know how I like it, and I'm just really too lazy. But yeah, I think seeing this really gives me a wake-up call, and I just used this up this morning for my last coffee, and hopefully I won't be buying any more milk soon or in the near future. At least for me, it is really okay to make my own milk. I don't mind at all, apart from the fact that I have to make it. Like, the process of making it is so annoying to me, although it takes literally 5 minutes. The only thing that I think I'm gonna struggle with is when other people come to my house and I want to offer them milk. I'm not sure how they're going to react to it. And of course, they have no say in what I have in my fridge and have to accept it, but at the same time I want to accommodate them and be a good host, if that makes any sense. And I still want people to come to my house and enjoy being here. So I'll see what I can do there, and maybe ask some people if I want to test it and what they say. But yeah, for now I'm gonna make my own oat milk. Of course, when you see it like this, it's a lot of trash that is produced, but as I said before, the homemade milk tastes fine, but just the store-bought tastes a lot better, and it dissolves better in the coffee, and it's just kind of nicer to drink because you don't have the bits from the oats, and I don't really filter them all the time because I'm lazy and it takes up a lot of time. So it's really a convenience thing, but this is not something that I'm ready to give up yet. Maybe in the future, but I'm also sure that soon some companies will come out with some alternatives to these like Tetra packs, and they will make plant-based milk in glass jars and bottles, and I will definitely switch then. But for now, I try to lower my consumption on this plant-based milk, but I just love it in my coffee. And I know this is a really stupid reason, but I'm just not ready yet, and I think that is okay too. Let's talk about money. Let's get down to business. So normally, about half a year ago, I tracked how much I spent on food for 2 months. And I think this is a pretty accurate representation of what I would normally spend on food and all the bits that I am buying. And I did this again for the month of June, which was pretty cool, but I also sometimes forgot and then had to like recalculate, and no. It's definitely not something that I want to do on a regular basis, but I did it for this month and I was shocked. I was really, really shocked. I didn't expect such a big difference. So when I didn't buy zero waste, I actually spent around 200 euros a month on groceries. And that would include all kinds of snacks that I was buying, and also snacks at the bakery, and all the things that I would eat at home basically, but not take out meals. And these 200 euros were just for one person. And in comparison to when I first moved out from my parents' house, that was like 8 years ago, I spent around 100 euros a month on food, and I was satisfied all the time. So there's a huge difference, and I don't really know how it got out of hand. But yeah, that is how it is basically. And for this month, when I added everything up, I came to less than 100 euros, which is crazy. So it was actually 89 and something. I can't quite remember, but it's 89 euros. That's nothing. Like, that's literally nothing for me. And I bought all the stuff that I wanted, so all the food that I wanted, and minus the unpackaged stuff, but I didn't know that much of the foods that I was buying was crap, because I basically didn't need it, because I didn't buy it this month. I don't know, this sounds kind of weird, because I'm still shook. So I actually saved 100 euros on my food, which is amazing. I don't say that it's the same for everyone, and what I didn't have any special events, like any breakfast for friends, or I didn't have people come over. So it's no like special occasion. Hey guys, so I just came back from camera. So, hey guys, I just came back from grocery shopping, and I wanted to show you what I got. It is all zero waste, and of course I bought my like little bags, and it was no problem at all. I just went to Aldi, like to a normal conventional supermarket, so no problem there. So, I'm gonna start with the first bag. So, I bought some bread. I'm not gonna take it out because it has got flour on one side. Yeah, so I just took it out of there and put it in this bag, no problem. And then I'm gonna cut it and freeze it in some plastic bags that I saved from, I don't know, half a year ago. And for the bread, I still got these two bags where I realized I don't have enough space. Cut it and then freeze it. Okay, first one. Then I've got this whole bag. And it's actually my favorite one because it has pickles on the outside, and I just love pickles. So what I got were some radishes, and whenever I buy things, I make sure that they are possibly from Germany, so grown in Germany, but if not, then at least from Europe. So I've got radishes. Then I've got a whole bunch of carrots, and I purposely chose the one where this one was broken because I knew no one else would take it. And I also leave the greens on because I'm going to show you at some other point what I do with the greens of the carrots. Then I got spring onions. Again, I tried to buy the ones that were kind of broken, but they all look pretty good, but as you can see. And the only plastic thing on here is the rubber bands, but I actually keep them and then yeah, just use them for something else, although I've got a huge collection of rubber bands in my kitchen and I really don't know what to do with them, but I save them anyway. So yeah. Then I bought a big sweet potato because the normal potatoes, they all come in like a net or in some different form of packaging. So I just stick to the sweet potatoes because they're unpackaged. Then I bought a glass of pickles, matching to my little bag. And then I'm not going to take them out, but I bought a whole bunch of loose tomatoes, and they were on offer. I think they were from the Netherlands, and again, as you can see, I picked the one with the holes, and see this one. And I also choose the ones that are loose and not on the like green branch thing anymore. because those tend to get not picked by people, and they're just as good, and I don't mind taking the loose ones. So this is all for there. And then the thing I'm most excited about, and I actually did this for the first time because I don't know, I was too shy. This is so stupid. And can you see this like huge bag? Like, it is huge, and it is filled up to here with all the greens that people left in the supermarket. This is amazing. So I've got, today I've actually got like carrot greens, and these ones are from kohlrabi. So I don't know if you know what it is. I put a picture somewhere here. But yeah, you can actually just chop them up, mush them, put them into smoothies with the kohlrabi leaves. Let me show you one. They're actually quite big, and they're a bit like rough to bite through, but you can actually just chop them up and put it in a stir fry. And you could also eat them raw and make some kind of wraps. I'm not really into that, but I just put them into my stir fries to add some more greens. And the great thing about all of this is, like, this is completely free. So they throw it away anyway, so I asked them if I could just take, and they actually, the employee at the supermarket told me, just take it all off and just take it with you. So they actually wanted me to take this, and I'm just really excited. And I'm normally I'm just chopping them up, and you can store them in the freezer, because if I put them into my smoothies, I like them if they're really like cold and icy. It gives it a nice taste. And yeah, you can also eat the leaves from the radishes, although you have to use them up quite quickly, because as you can see, they are already like hanging down. So I'm gonna go into the kitchen now, wash all of this, and then make a green mush, and basically store it in the freezer, because that's what I like to do. Yeah, so that was my whole haul, and of course they always give you a receipt, so this is trash. And this is not for recycling, because it has a bisphenol A covering, or at least some of them do. They want to forbid that in the near future, but yeah, for now this is, you shouldn't throw this in with the other paper recycling. But for this whole thing, including the greens, which cost me nothing, I paid €5.86, which is ridiculous, because these vegetables, they will last me for a week at least. And the most expensive thing was the sweet potato. So this one cost €1.80, followed by €1.20 for the bread, which is again gonna last me more than a week, like 2 weeks of dinners or breakfast. And yeah, so this is what you probably call the luxury item, although I don't think it is. And all the rest, like one of these was 30 cents. And the carrots were and the carrots were 60 cents, like 60 cents, and I can have at least 3 meals out of them, or a side dish for 3 meals. The radishes again were 29 cents, and I think this is just, I'm amazed. Like, how many I've got 2, 4, 6, 8 tomatoes, which come to 1.8 kilograms, and it literally cost me 50 cents. I don't know, I'm just always amazed at how cheap buying food can be, and I'm kind of sad about that, but also glad, because I don't have to spend that much money. But yeah, so it's actually not too difficult to buy plastic-free options in the supermarket. You just cannot go there and say, I want this, and then it's probably packed in plastic. But if you're open and just go there and see what they have on offer plastic-free, then you're good to go. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed my little haul. So my phone just cut me off there. So the angle is slightly different, sorry. Yeah, the last thing I wanted to talk about is my overall experience with the trash jar and the zero waste. So all in all, it had a smaller impact on my life as I thought it would. Going more zero waste had its challenges here and there, especially because I had to change up my food situation a little bit and go for the things that were plastic free, and not for the things that I maybe wanted, but I'm kind of okay with that. So that is not really a problem for me. And if I really, really want to have something that I'm gonna buy it. I'm not gonna deprive myself of it because I think that is not healthy as well. Um, and yeah, what was a bit surprising to me is that no one actually noticed. So no one in my closest surroundings actually noticed that I was more zero waste than before. I think I told my boyfriend about it, but that was about it. So there was really no one I talked about this, and no one asked questions. Maybe that was because I'm bit of a weird kid and anyway, and I do my own thing, and I do some kind of things that not everyone really does, and I have certain opinions on things. But no one really noticed. So I thought that was a really, really good thing, because that means it's quite socially acceptable if you don't go around poking people and say you produce too much trash, because I don't think that is the way to go. Just live by example and do the best that you can. Of course there will be some things that I will still be buying in plastic. As I said, the milk is one thing. Also to be more socially or that have people come around for my to my house, because if I don't have any milk, then I think no one wants to have coffee, and I think it's just such a like sociable thing to do, to have some coffee together. But yeah, so that is it. Maybe I'm gonna continue the trash jar in the month of July just to see how it compares, but not forever, because I think that's quite ridiculous to have a glass of trash on your desk or in your kitchen or anywhere. There are people that might want to do it, but that's not me. I've got my bins and I'm going to use them. So yeah, that was it from me. Have you ever tried anything like this? I'm really curious because I don't know anyone. That's just all from the internet and nothing in real life. But I am so happy that it went how it went, and that it felt so little, as such a small effort to do. Yeah, I had to take my grocery bags and stuff, but it's like nothing that compromises my life in any form, or the comfort that I have in life. Much more, it made me a lot prouder of the things that I created now, especially the food and stuff. But it made me a lot prouder, actually. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one, hopefully, which is hopefully coming up soon. So see you in the next one. Bye.